A new season begins inside the JMA Wireless Dome as Syracuse kicks off its 2026 campaign with a Week 1 Saturday matinee against FCS East, aka New Hampshire. The Orange are looking to turn the page after a disappointing 3-9 season and begin building momentum under a renewed sense of optimism. Syracuse will lean on one of the ACC's promising young defensive backfields, featuring junior cornerback Chris Peel and sophomore cornerback Demetrius Samuel Jr., a talented tandem expected to set the tone for an improving Orange defense. New Hampshire/FCS East hopes to spring an early season upset, but Syracuse knows the importance of getting off to a fast start as it looks to put last year's struggles behind it. With the controlled climate of the JMA Wireless Dome eliminating any concerns about the elements, all eyes are on the action between the lines. New Hampshire and Syracuse are ready to kick it off next.
Glad to have you with us from the Dome in Syracuse, New York. Noon on a Saturday and a perfect time for this showdown. It's the Sentinels and the Syracuse Orange. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
I caught up with the Orange head coach before the game. He is so excited to lead his team out onto this field where he was a player himself. He has waited his turn. It is a full circle moment for him, and he said, I cannot wait to be the head coach and be the leader that I had when I was a player. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Sentinels kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. So the Syracuse Orange will go on offense first. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. They go play action with Angeli. They get to him, and now they'll face a 3rd and long.
Coming into the game, the defense talked about, man, they really wanted to get to this quarterback. Well, it didn't take long. 2 plays in, they get to him, and they get the sack.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. He'll get rid of it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Orange will have to punt. Let's see what he can do with it. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's the Sentinels offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Motion from the back. Here comes the option. Keeps it on 1st down. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. He's got it again. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Gunderson. Quarterback extends the play. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Sentinels come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the fullback.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. He's sacked. He'll lose a couple on that one as he tried to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
And the Sentinels will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Orange ready to go on the attack on this drive. Grabbed behind the line. It's Weaver. Turning it on! Out to the 35-yard line, and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. And Jelly. He's got him this time. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out. Let's get some positive yards.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They're going to ride this running back. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? To the ground to try to pick up the first. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be 4th down. 4th down and Jelly. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance, and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the 2nd effort.
Touchdown, Orange! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
That's a nice job by the offense there on their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Sentinels offense comes out to start this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. 2nd down coming up. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Goes to the option. Quarterback keep. Maybe a crease. They bring him down. A big gain on the option, and they will challenge your ability to tackle in space. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Offensively, I love balance. I love when I get some big gains on the ground, now taking shots down the field, but I gotta protect my QB. They did not keep him upright. He had a chance to make a play, especially after the big run play the play before. The defense was playing the run. QB couldn't get it done.
And the Sentinels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Gunderson. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the missed connection on third down. And the Sentinels send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Delayed handoff. It's Miller. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give on the counter. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. 3rd and 4. Guys, we're at the end of the quarter, and Syracuse has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Steve Angeli. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Sentinels offense comes out to start this drive. Takes the handoff. It's Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Finding a could be an alley. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wide receiver going in motion. Running inside. It's Bentley. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Creates a little space. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They've got it at the 41. 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Tight end now in motion. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. And the Sentinels are rolling down the field. Fullback's got it. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now on the option. Keeps it on the option. He'll toss it. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Gunderson. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Sentinels will send out the punt unit. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll throw it. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain. Syracuse right back at it.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They'll get the transfer rolling with an early carry. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Out of the crowd, and now there's some room. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Syracuse mere inches away from a 3rd down conversion. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. And he got enough for the 1st down, but we'll need to check on that injured player. That is a sophomore offensive lineman down on the play, and we hope he's able to return soon. The run inside. It's Miller. At the 40, there he goes. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. What a cut. Now he's loose. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Throwing and jelly. It's complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Syracuse. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Sentinels offense comes out to start this drive. They are in serious need of putting together a scoring drive right here, down 14-0. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. On the run, it's Bentley. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Running game got it done on the last play, now it's 1st down. They'll give it to him again. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Leaves it with the running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Orange calling for a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Off play action. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On third down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
The option look. Pulls it on the option. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Timeout taken on the field. It's the second call by Syracuse. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. And the Sentinels line up to punt it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Angeli fires to the tight end. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Syracuse right back at it.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not. And if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. They'll try to get it through the air. Going to try to get it himself. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that third down. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down.
And that's the extra feel you get with this dude. I mean, unbelievable job dropping back to pass, but understanding third down, I can get it right now. I got a little bit of space.
Gets away from one. He's got space. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Syracuse operating with a fresh set of downs after that last completion. Steve Angeli. Makes the grab. Ball is loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Double time, hustling to the line to stop the clock. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited.
That was amazing. Turned into a ghost there for a second.
20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
At the 28. Good enough for a first down.
And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with the Missouri State Bears, taking on the number 8 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's the Bears, eyeing a second win after the opening week loss. They're on top here in the first half. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football. Now back over to your game inside the Dome. This tight end is enjoying quite the day through 2 quarters. It's amazing how athletic tight ends are now and just how much they're utilized. He's played a starring role in giving them this halftime lead. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the Dome in lovely central New York.
Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Sentinels offense comes out to start this drive. He'll do it himself. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Looking to pass. It's Gunderson. Rushes on him. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Look, that interception is not the quarterback's fault. It's those dumb coaches for putting him in the game.
Putting him in that position in the first place, right? I'll tell you what, let's give the defenders some credit here. I think Reese, he just wanted the ball more. He did a great job in coverage, watching the QB, anticipating the receiver on his break. He went up, he plucked it.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. So after that turnover, they can add to this already sizable lead with their first drive of this second half. The give is to Miller. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They go right back to him. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. Quarterback making checks. The RPO, it's complete. Bulldozes his way through. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Finds his man. Touchdown, Orange. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Sentinels offense comes out to start this drive. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. So now it's 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. A designed run for the quarterback. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Fires on the move. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
The Syracuse offense makes its way onto the field. Gets the back moving. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. There to make the stop, and boy, does he love to try that spin move. Only got him 6 that time. Red pass, it's complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Gets it out quickly. He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Syracuse. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And added on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent, beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Sentinels offense comes out to start this drive. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. And the Sentinels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Back to throw, it's Gunderson. Oh, they're after him! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Sentinels decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and look for room. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Clock stops for just a moment. There is a member of the Syracuse Orange who is shaken up. The Orange ready to go on the attack on this drive. Angeli on the play action. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun on 3rd down, Steve Angeli. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Syracuse will be forced to punt. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Motion from the wideout. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Unloads it left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll send the back in motion. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Gunderson. Here's Here's the pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
And the Sentinels will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Made a defender miss. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Throwing and jelly. Finds his big tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Running inside, it's Miller. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man on the right. Got a little grass. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. 3rd quarter, opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Right on target this time. Touchdown, Cuse. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Sentinels offense comes out to start this drive. Headed for the corner, it's Bentley. Makes his man miss. There he goes. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generated a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. To the air, it's Gunderson. Makes the grab. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Sends it back in motion. On the option. Keeps it himself. Still running at the 35. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its 1st touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Trying play action. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The run inside. It's Bentley. Might have a chance. Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. One final play before the end of the quarter. They'll run the option. Rides the option, he keeps it. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. On the option. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. He had a head of steam working, but he'll be stopped just inches short of the score. And the Sentinels have it in scoring position on first and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Sentinels.
Number 12.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Smashes it through for the PAT. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. And Jelly. Grabbed behind the line. It's Miller. Show him a little juke, and he's up to the 30 before he's brought down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Finds his man. It's Weaver. Breaks into the open. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Miller. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes a catch. Spin, still running. Snags it, and there's running room. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. They'll give it to Johnson. Finding some room. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. Syracuse has it in the red zone. Got his man in the middle. Touchdown, Orange. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Sentinels offense comes out to start this drive. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. And the Sentinels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. Give to the big fullback. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. 3rd and 3. Using his feet. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Punt is on its way. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Runs through a man. He might have space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They go play action with Angeli. Fires to the big fella. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Past the 40. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looking for a productive play on first down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Running inside, it's Miller. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. With the clock running, this should be the final play. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.
So Syracuse cruises to an easy 49-7 win over FCS East / New Hampshire. I guess I probably should have put the backups in at some point, but I guess Syracuse's coach was trying to instill that killer mentality, their step on their neck, no let up mentality. And Syracuse goes on to win easily, 49-7. So looking at the team stats, Syracuse had the edge in first downs, 28-13. Total offense, 476 to 206. Rushing yardage, FCS East actually had the edge, 183 to 100. Passing yards, Syracuse had the easy advantage, 376, only 23 for FCS East. Third down conversion percentage, Syracuse had the edge, 50% to 40%. Turnovers, FCS East had the only 2 turnovers, both interceptions, and time of possession was actually won by FCS East by about 30 seconds. Looking at the player stats, Syracuse's Steve Angeli finishes 28 of 38 for 376 yards, 6 passing touchdowns, no interceptions, making his bid for ACC Offensive Player of the Week, maybe National Offensive Player of the Week with that stat line. FCS East Martin Gunderson finishes 2 of 13 for 23 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Not a great day for him. Leading rusher for FCS East was Martin Gunderson, the quarterback, 20 carries for 51 yards and a touchdown. Syracuse was led by Ahmad Miller, 14 carries for 51 yards. Juwan Johnson did have a rushing touchdown. Leading receiver for Syracuse was Dante Bashai, I think is how you say that name. He had 8 catches for 111 yards, 3 touchdowns, but Zamondre Merriweather also had 3 receiving touchdowns, so incredible day for both those guys. Leading receiver for FCS East, Duke Ward, 1 catch for 14 yards. Leading blocker for FCS East was Bruce Mixon with 9 pancakes. For Syracuse, they were led by Cam Pringle with 8 pancakes. Defensive leaders for Syracuse, they were led in total tackles by Tadarius Hughes with 10. Tackles for loss, they were led by Dylan Fontes with 4. Sacks, Fontes also led the team with 2. And interceptions, Tadarius Hughes and Antoine Deslauriers, something like that, had the other interception. For FCS East, there were no interceptions. Akira Roque had the only sack. 4 different guys had a tackle for loss to tie for the team lead, and Tyler Gibson and Traquan Jammer tied for the team lead in total tackles with 14 each. Kicking stats for FCS East, Gregory Likely did not attempt a field goal, but was 1 of 1 on extra point attempts. For Syracuse, Trip Woody did not attempt a field goal, but was 7 of 7 on extra point attempts. Punting stats for Syracuse, Jimmy Gregg had 3 punts for an average of 57.6 yards per punt. FCS East Gregory Likely had 7 punts for an average of 47.5 yards per punt. Kick returns for FCS East, Damian Teague had 6 returns for an average of 16.3 yards per return, and Z Allen had 1 return for 12 yards. Syracuse's Chase, is it Jeter or Geter? Getter? I don't know. Had 1 return for 18 yards. Punt returns for Syracuse, Zamondre Merriweather had 2 returns for an average of 21 yards per return. For FCS East, Matthew Chambers had 2 returns for an average of 7.5 yards per return. Scoring summary in the first quarter, Steve Angeli found Dante Bashayi for 30 yards out for a touchdown. Syracuse led 7-0 after 1. The second quarter, Jawan Johnson got a 6-yard touchdown run. Steve Angeli found Dante Bashayi again from 9 yards out to give Syracuse a 21-0 halftime lead. Third quarter, Angeli finds Bashayi again, this time from 7 yards out. Then Angeli finds Zamondre Merriweather twice, once from 9, once from 12, and that gave Syracuse a 42-0 lead going into the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, Martin Gunderson does get a 1-yard touchdown run for FCS East to break up the shutout, and then Steve Angeli finds Zamondre Merriweather from 10 yards out for Angeli's 6th passing touchdown of the day, and Syracuse rolls to an easy victory, 49-7 over FCS East / New Hampshire. So big win for Syracuse. They did not call off the dogs, left the first team in there the entire game, and end up winning 49-7. Headline says, we've got a new single game record broken for Syracuse. Steve Angeli has set the Syracuse single game passing touchdowns record with 6. Headline from the game says, home field advantage. The Syracuse Orange are now 1-0 after defeating FCS East at JMA Wireless Dome. Highlighted players are Dante Bashayi and Dustin Avery. And Syracuse was obviously the much better team. And it'll get a little bit tougher next week playing Cal in an ACC matchup at home in week 2. Next game coming your way will be Tulane at Duke. In the little halftime updates, they're always showing Duke winning that easily. We'll see if that is actually the case. But from Syracuse, New York, the Orange of Syracuse get their win in the opening week of the 2026 season, winning 49-7 over FCS East / New Hampshire. And we'll see you next time.